Welcome to the German Tank Museum. What you see behind me is our newest addition to the exhibition and the collection. And before I tell you what you see there, first a few words about volunteers' work. This museum, like so many other museums, relies heavily on volunteer work, and we are very, very grateful for that. The maintenance, the repairing, the moving of the vehicles, all this only can be done with volunteers. They come to this museum regularly, every month, put in the hours, and projects like this demand additional work. So to present you this vehicle in this splendid condition took about half a dozen volunteers, an additional 1,000 man-hours. 1,000 man-hours of work. So just to appreciate what you see here, how much work and love is poured into this exhibition, 1,000 hours were invested to present you this wonderful vehicle, and we as a museum can only thank our volunteers again and again for this work, and we do. Again, thank you very much for what you're doing for this museum. This exhibition couldn't exist without the volunteers. Thank you very much. And I ask all of you to appreciate the work whenever you can. Maybe leave a few comments and tell them how great their work is. So, what you're seeing behind me is a Leopard 2, obviously. It is not a Leopard 2A5, A6 or A7, but it represents these modern Leopards. Our main problem is, as of now, we just had a Leopard A4, the classical Cold War Leopard 2, with a classical turret. And the classical turret of the Cold War Leopard 2 didn't have the wedge in front of the turret, the typical wedge. But the wedge is on the Leopards now for roughly 25 years. So the younger people didn't recognize our end point of the exhibition, the Leopard 2, as a Leopard 2, because they are only used to wedged turret Leopard 2s. So what we needed was obviously a Leopard 2 with a wedged turret. What we didn't get, as of now, is a serious Leopard A5, A6, A7, but we got something that's somehow even more good, even better, sorry. It's this vehicle. This is a Truppenversuchsmuster, great German word. A Truppenversuchsmuster is basically a thing between an experimental version and a final prototype. It's a version in which are many changes integrated yet and then tested in the field with the troops on maneuver grounds and such like. So this vehicle is not purely experimental, but it's not series either. It's somewhere in between. So this vehicle has many things integrated that didn't make it into the series. Some things weren't integrated yet, but it's somewhere in between. So we are very, very happy to have this unique vehicle because it's unique. It's the only one of its kind, and it's good enough to say it slightly negative, but it's meant positive. It's good enough to represent the Leopards with a wedged turret. So for all the laymen, it's okay. It's a Leopard 2A5 roughly. The sign will explain what the people are seeing here, but for the normal museum's visitor, seeing all the Leopard 1s, seeing the Leopard stealth prototype, seeing the main battle tank 7T experiment, and then Leopard 2A, it's the perfect finishing point of this gallery, of this chronological order of Leopards. So it's good enough for most people to represent just a modern Leopard 2. Thank you very much.